Welcome to the video. The gang is all here. It's Tuesday night. We are on the eve of hump day, getting through that week, about to be over that hump and headed downhill into the weekend. How's everybody doing? First, I finally remembered to bring my phone, and I wanted to show y'all, let's see, okay, first of all, it's off of the Shop Goodwill. It's blurry, but it says untested 925. So we got 925, we got 10K, we got 14K with gold and silver tone jewelry. So we have some untested precious, and there's gold and silver tone in there. This is what the bag looks like. That might be it too. And the bags are about, that doesn't even say how much it weighs. Probably 8 pounds is my guess, because I buy from these people. You want to see how much this went for? Remember, not all of it is 10K, 14K. $2,651. That's right. Yeah, no. And then the one before that, same thing again. 925, 10K, 14K with gold and silver tone jewelry. 2,122. Wow. So yesterday I thought it was kind of funny because I went to the dumpster and I told my friend 2 days in a row Gucci, and this time no Gucci. So I told her I need a GIF or a GIF or whatever you call it, no Gucci. First of all, I hadn't gotten any gold in a while, and then 2 days in a row, $700 worth of Gucci in the dumpster, and I'm even listing mine for cheaper than other people have it listed. Of course, it hasn't sold yet, so I might have to go way down. But here's a little gift she did. No Gucci in the dumpster. I thought it was hilarious. That one right there, where he closes his little mouth. No Gucci. That's what she said. No Gucci. Yeah, what kind of life, how spoiled am I when I'm like sad because I go to the dumpster and there's no Gucci. Welcome to the channel, everybody. We have jewelry and we have a few dumpster finds. So no Gucci, but look what we did get. Another Fire King. Oh, that is so pretty. Look how crisp that wheat is. I don't think I've ever had one of these, and I don't feel a nick. Yeah, isn't that awesome? Gotta love that. And then we have a Japan, and I don't know, so there's some dings, or not really cracks, just some, maybe dirt. Is this just dirt? Don't know. Great Smoky Mountains, the native black bear. So a little souvenir cup there. I don't think it's cracked at all. That is so cute. Gotta love that. That's vintage. Gotta love that. Not vintage is this. Top 10 concealed carry mistakes and how to avoid them. I'm very accident prone, so we do not that I need to announce to everybody to come rob us. We don't have any guns. And then I heard a terrible story when I was in the metal detecting club about a lady that lived out in the country. And I don't want to depress anybody, but it was a disastrous accident. She had the gun in her purse, and her husband found her in the car. They're getting ready to go somewhere. And the gun, I don't know what happened, if she didn't have the, if she wasn't carrying it in the right thing, I don't know. But it was in her purse. She threw her purse in the car, and boom, it was over. And that's when I realized I am not about to do something like that, because that would be me. So this is transparency takes the guesswork out of marking. Scoville Dritz see-through ruler, the sewers T-square, See as you mark. Oh, that's hilarious. Somebody's gonna want this. The Sewers T-square. Somebody could use this. So, that is so cool. I hadn't even looked at that. Then we have just this little stitch and zip from the yarn shop. It was $11. Man, that's expensive for this. By Alice Peterson, and it was back in the day. Well, I don't know. There's maybe 80s, 90s. Just stitch and zip up for a complete case. So here's Alice Peterson Company out of El Segundo, California. This is number 299 of her products. What do you stitch? Do you stitch something on there? I don't see a design. Fully fabricated needlepoint eyeglass case. Just stitch and zip up. I guess you stitch your own design on there. I have no idea. Didn't realize it was an eyeglass case. A million thank yous to Carol Taylor for stitching our model so quickly and accurately. Hobby Lobby, originally $5.40, clearance $2.70. Then it ended up in the trash. It looks pretty. What is it? I can't whine a bit. Is that what it is? Yeah. You'll feel better. Whine a bit. That's funny. I like that. Who doesn't like that? Betty, in 92, she painted this cute little cow. We need to get that sticker off, but I'm going to try to do that gently and not scrape it. And then this sticker too. That is super cute. That's got to go on Etsy too. Somebody's going to eventually want that. Then we've got this National Convention, Odessa, Texas, 1972. I don't know who KKI is, but they had a national convention. If anybody knows, that's a genie. Let's rub the genie. Time to rub the genie, people. Remember, there's a little genie in there. It's either I Dream a Genie or it's a dude. It's a man. We're going to rub and make a wish. Rub and make a wish. That genie will grant you. Let me just grab a get well soon. Oh, look how cute. These are all dumpster finds. Get well soon. Hope you're on your way to feeling better. How cute is that? And we are made in the USA. Awesome. So that's for everybody from the gang and from Clad Queen and the gang. Yeah, there's the gang back there. The gang is all here. Oh, we've got a few more things. Balmoral. Balmoral. I guess that's the Queen's Estate in Scotland. Is that right? It's got some dings and all, or it's flaked off, but the plate is intact. It's like a plaster or something. It's old. It looks old. That hook looks old. Isn't that lovely? That's got to go on Etsy too. I sold $150 worth of various things off of eBay. 2 of the watches are going to Russia through that global shipping. You send it to somewhere in Kentucky for the regular United States price. By the way, shipping has gone up. Like it wasn't high enough already. And then they probably charge their customers around the globe a fee, and then they ship it. I sold a huge book for $36. It was a wonderful book. I sold another book. I mean, all of a sudden, yesterday morning, I woke up and the eBay thing was like, bam, 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 paid, you need to ship. I was like, oh my word. So then I was able to put the 2, I put it in I think it was $15 to get it to Kentucky. It was massive, heavy watches. I had 2 lots on, and he wrote me, he lives in Russia, because I wrote him and said the tracking, it looks like I just sent one, but I put him in another box. And so he was excited, and I told him I got it out of jewelry jars, and he wants to repurpose. So hopefully he can make some money, because there's some good watches in there. They just need batteries, you know. And so I appreciated that. And what else sold? Oh, a couple of brooches sold on Etsy. So that was nice. Don't lose it all purpose. This is it looks vintage to me. Pencils, and you got the cheerleaders. You got the football guy. Empire Pencil Company, Shelbyville, Tennessee, made in the U.S., the good old U.S. of A. Okay, there's some numbers there to call. This is cool, and it's got a, is that a magnet? Well, we can use that for jewelry, can't we? Wow, Betty's like, hey, don't try to replace me so quickly. And there's another thing for reading. It kind of, that needs to go to a nursing home, doesn't it? A bunch of pencils. So I like pens and pencils. This is a nice neon one. Cute. So you just never know what you're going to get. I like this little container, actually. It's cute. I don't know. Maybe I'll try to sell it. Then I have a part of an Afghan got going. I don't know what to do with it. It's starting to unravel. But it's nice. Interesting vintagey color, don't you think? Don't know what to do with that. Then my daddy, he's been gone since for many years. And I associate waterfalls with him, and I have cleaned the glass on this, but is that just a stunning vintage picture or what? It's the famous Turner Falls, familiar to travelers on Highway 7 in the Arbuckle Mountains near Ardmore, Oklahoma. And I took it out to clean it, and that is it's from a 1946 calendar that I think was in like a tire shop or something. It is so cool. And look at these little leaves on top of this this little frame. Just love it. Gotta love that. So that was my little daddy smiling down on me. No Gucci, right, Daddy? But got a nice waterfall from you. Thank you. I don't know. I'm fired up today. The jewelry, well, Aunt Barry kind of made a mistake. I say a mistake. We'll see. Occasionally, she puts bids on things, and I think we bid $30-something on this, and we ended up winning it. We didn't think we would. This is where some of these places are pulling out the silver, so we were like, let's just, you know, they're pulling out the big silver, so we're going to buy some of the big silver. Anyway, ended up winning it for $30-something, $38 maybe, and then by the time it got here, it was $48 with tax and with the shipping. You know, the shipping's like, I don't know, $8 or $9. D Goove. So D Goove, let's see what she says. 925 vintage tax go. Orb plus modernist artisan figural brooches 70. Oh, first they scratched it out. It was 71.9, and that's JS must have come in here and reweighed it after D Goove did it and changed that to 76.6 grams. I don't know the scrap value of sterling. So 48 bucks, I don't know. But I do know, and no, there wasn't any like particular one I liked, but you know, I've been craving big chunky silver. Oh, isn't she cute? He has a mustache, or he looks very, oh, there's got to be a word for him. Somebody come up with a word that I'm not coming up with. I'm not an English person. So that's the Orb sterling. We need to look that up. That looks old. I mean, it looks what do they call it? Modern? Mid-century modern? By the way, I've found something different to try to get this thumb better. And if it works, I'll tell y'all what I'm doing. Wow. He looks like French, like there's a French accent. Look at that tail. How cute is that? He's got kind of a yellow sheen to him on the front like they do. And it just looks pristine to me. I don't even want to mess with the clasp right now. That is just so wonderful. So his whiskers are in a mustache. Then we have this one. Let's see what it says. We love to see the word sterling. Can't see that enough. Veil. What's it say? Plate. Veil. Sterling plate. I don't know if it says plate or what. It might be a sterling plate. We need to figure that one out. I don't know. Veil. But, so are they saying it's silver plated? It says sterling. I don't know. Kangaroo. Pretty cool. Kangaroo. So this is some pretty cool figurals. I liked this one. By the way, I was looking at a bunch. Aunt Barry bid $88 on some sterling that they're pulling, the big chunky pieces, and it was a couple of little thin cuff bracelets, anything with a little turquoise stone, not really huge ones where they set those aside on their own. And we got blown out of the water, and it ain't over yet. 200 and something, and left Aunt Barry in the dust back there. That's okay, Aunt Barry. You scored on that brooch lot for $70-something. Can't get any brooches anymore for a decent price. But she's still trying. And so we're happy when we get brooches now in our, we get a few brooches thrown in. What does this say? Mexico, and I don't know, and gosh. I don't even know. I'm going to have to sit down and write one letter at a time down. That says plate too. Plata. So, I'm not worried about it. If somebody knows, let me know. Are they saying this is silver plated? I don't think so. And this is beautiful. That's got to be turquoise. That is some kind of a fish. Swordfish. Very cool. Oh, I forgot to show y'all. I have a hat box from this place and I need to look it up, and there's no hat. But you got a name like that on an old hat box, you're going to have to look that up. Of course, I forgot to look it up, but that was in the dumpster. Okay, this is a big, big brooch. And some of these things have not been moved in a long time. I can't see what that says. 925 Mexico TV. TM TV. Okay. Oh, it's a bird. Like a stork or something. Yeah, like a stork. Those bring you the babies in Germany and in Europe. That different, oh, they did call it or modernist and artisan. Okay. Well, what is this one? Oh, that's cute. It has like some coral and oh, the black stone inlay. I haven't found any in so long, I've lost that word. Onyx. Harvey, Mexico. 925. Somebody Harvey. That is super cute. Little Santa dog. Little dog with that red is just wow. That's nice. And a horse. Look at that. It looks like a vintage saddle, like when the Spaniards came or something. I don't know anything about saddles. And it says sterling right there. Our favorite words, y'all. It looks older, doesn't it? That is beautiful. I really like that. And now we've got a giraffe. And the giraffe says sterling. They might have misled me on a couple of these. I need to look up the plate. That's these two. Otherwise, all of these are sterling. And then these, I'll have to look that up. But when you have it, when it's round like that, it looks pretty, it's a pretty real deal. So I don't know. I'm not going to worry about it. Look at it. It's got like etched somehow. That is really neat. And it's even turned kind of a yellow. Unless it might have been a gold plate. Yeah, that had some kind of a wash on it. I'm not going to clean any of these because these are so neat. So there's your giraffe. So beautiful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, I don't know. This one is huge. And this one, too cute. My favorite one, I just really like this horse. It just looks older. It just looks older. And I like the way they've designed this right here. Is that it? Oh my goodness. Let me see what this book is saying. Winter in Nebraska. So we're going to read a little bit more of this book. This will be our spiritual. Angelica says. Remember, y'all wished on the genie, so I'm wishing everybody lots of luck on that. I didn't wish on it. Should have wished on it. Health. Nothing, you know, health. The snows have come, unpredictable, never the same. Sometimes scooting along roads and over fields, pushed by the wind, piling up into deep drifts at fences and other obstructions. Sometimes when the air is not too cold and there is no wind, the snow particles join together and drift down as fat flakes, clinging to every surface, creating scenes of incredible beauty out of the ordinary. Buildings, fences, windmills, farm machinery. Some of the fat flakes piled themselves. I'm just thinking about, I usually don't interject, but I just got distracted over snowflake jewelry, like some of the snowflake charms we've been getting. Some of the fat flakes pile themselves on every limb of every tree. Others weave a dazzling blanket to cover the grays and browns of winter fields. A wonderland to walk in, to play in, to stand in, with face uplifted to invite a gentle bombardment by hundreds of cold bits of fluff. Blizzards are at the opposite end of the scale and are treated with respect. Snow particles driven almost horizontally by winds are like little needles of ice stinging the faces of those who try to walk against them, vicious, deadly to anyone caught out on the roads, dangerous to the extent that it is possible to become disoriented and lost while moving from one farm building to another. And yet blizzards are a special time for those who can stay inside. We gather by the round oak stove, warm stocking feet on its fender, eat popcorn and drink icy homemade cider. A big pot of potato soup is usually in order. Sometimes we make instant ice cream by mixing cream and sugar in bowls of fresh snow. Our lives are complicated by the cold. No matter how bad the weather, farm animals must be cared for, fed, water troughs kept open. Car radiators are drained when not in use, and getting the car started in the morning can be an exercise in extreme frustration. Shovels are always carried to extricate vehicles that slide into drifts or ditches. Fingers become half paralyzed while pinning laundry to the line. One-piece suits of long underwear, frozen stiff when brought in, are whimsically leaned up against the kitchen wall to thaw. Icicles on the eaves grow to impressive lengths, and as the weather warms up, drip themselves into extinction. I worry about my horse, but he is sheltered in the barn with other animals, and their body heat raises the temperature considerably. The cats like the barn, and so do I. I climb up to the mow and fork hay down into a manger for the horse. Sometimes I burrow into the fragrant piles of dried alfalfa and lie there long enough to do some serious daydreaming. At milking time, the cat sits expectantly nearby and are occasionally rewarded with a squirt aimed in their direction. What misses an open mouth can later be paw-groomed from milky whiskers. My parents feel strongly about the importance of school, and if it is all possible, they see that I get there. I struggle with my long johns, trying to wrap the cuffs around my ankles and hold them there with one hand so they will not ride up when I pull cotton stockings over them. I yearn for the barefoot days of summer. In very bad weather, there will be only a few of us in school, and we are rewarded with a relaxed schedule. We spend a lot of time with paste and scissors and crayons. There is always a pot of cocoa or tomato soup simmering on the coal stove. Water is brought in from a well just outside the door, and we learn very early that if our hands freeze on the iron pump handle, it is not a good idea to jerk them away. Gripping it even tighter will quickly melt the frost, and the hand can then be removed without leaving half its skin on the cold metal. There are periods of clear weather, and the horse and I ride out occasionally. His sleek chestnut coat of last summer is now thick and rough. When roads are slick with ice and slush, he steps daintily and carefully. Sometimes we delight in leaving a trail across a field of new snow, or galloping in circles to make intricate designs. Rabbits also leave tracks in the snow, unaware that they are laying out trails for men with guns. Rabbit and pheasant periodically appear on our dinner table, always fried, always delicious. The men have butchered a hog, and my mother has made sausage and preserves the patties in jars of lard. My favorite breakfast is sausage with a side dish of grape nuts smothered in cream that is so thick it has to be nudged from the pitcher. The round oak stove and the kitchen range provide the only heat in the house. Bedrooms are kept closed. Frost forms on the inside of the windows, and my breath is often visible in the cold air. I have a small quilt that is held close to the round oak until it is very hot. I fold it up and dash for my bedroom, dive into the feather bed, and wrap the warmed quilt around my feet. The awesome quiet of a snowbound winter night closes in around me, and I find comfort in the security of this house. For although I am very young, I sense that the feather bed, the blankets piled high under my chin, and the warmed quilt at my feet are here because I am loved. The several warmths of body and spirit go with me as I drift off into that blissful state where the silence of sleep and the silence of the white cold become as one. Well, it was great visiting with you all. It lifted my spirits, and we will get through we still have Tuesday evening. I hope there's a good show on for y'all, or some kind of great YouTube video. The Northern Mudlarks found some cool coins and stuff, so that was a cool video. And I will see y'all next time. Have a wonderful Tuesday night and the rest of the week.